The world that we live in, we recognize it as a singular existence as a whole, and even our life is spent in the uniformity with this whole existence. But, if we talk about the directions of living our life, then it is not the one, but two, as one direction is inwards and another one is outwards, and the same outwards direction we know as our common world that we spend our life in. Hardly except a few people, everyone else around us lives its life towards the outwards direction. The significance of living life towards the outwards direction is, by the time the object of our life is associated with outside world in any way, as an ordinary human seems to live, our life is known as a life in outwards direction. In general, we don't have any acquaintance with our inner world. Here inner world means that part of our existence which has the association with our self-realization. The process of deep meditation paves the way of reaching to this inner world. Our association with life as an ordinary human being makes it vital to live in the outside world, even when a person has to stay being part of a society, or whatever he wants to achieve for his life. He has to achieve from this outside world only, cause this outside world only connects us with people, society, and things. This approach of life we recognize as ordinary way of life as everyone lives. Our five senses like our eyes, nose, ears etc., keep us connected to all aspects of our personality with the outside world. Most of us may have already heard that a person who successfully subdues his all five senses paves the way of reaching close to self-realization, and that indirectly means that, by doing this, the journey of his life turns towards inwards rather than outwards. It is undoubtedly taken as a Herculean task to subdue our five senses, cause through these five senses only we get every kind of pleasure of outside world, so, following an uncertainly long habit of many lives, when we abruptly try to change the direction of life, then it sounds very difficult, cause. By now we have never been acquainted with any such thing cause inner world, and on the other hand, the outside world, which we are fully acquainted with, seems to be a great loss to quit. Many of us must have heard about third eye in our life, which in fact doesn't have any physical existence, but its subtle existence is considered to be located somewhere between our eyebrows. As many as experiments have been done pertaining to third eye in Tibet, haven't been done by any other civilization of the world. Many people from Tibet try to develop the techniques of operation between eyebrows in the quest of the secrets of third eye. In the present era, even scientists do admit this fact, that even if there is no existence of third eye anywhere in human body, but certainly there is something called third eye, which is associated with immense abilities latent in human being. Here, we are discussing about third eye, as the third eye is considered to be the gateway to our inner world. In spiritual language, it is commonly said that our two eyes is the door for outside world and our third eye is the gateway to the inner world. One of the greatest mathematicians of the world, Srinivas Ramanujan, whenever he conceived any mathematical theory in his mind, people always noticed his eyebrows being raised upwards, and he felt his eyebrows being attracted towards the place where the third eye is said to be located. Ramanujan himself used to say that any mathematical theory is not significant for him, unless that theory is associated with godliness. Well, this is just a colloquial expression, but here he in fact implied that all theories that he used to conceive belong to the same inner world, what is entirely different from outer world. We all agree to a fact that we need time to answer any question of the world, irrespective of how little time we do require to answer that question, but yet we require 1 or 2 seconds time to answer it. But, incredibly, Ramanujan never needed any time to answer any question, but on the contrary, he answered most of the questions before even being asked completely. This somewhere means that if we try to derive any logical conclusion in this regard, so it says that all these answers of Ramanujan were not derived through his brain, cause our brain requires time to respond any question irrespective of the question being very easy. Ramanujan always claimed all these answers having been given from his subconscious mind, and subconscious mind is something that we associate with our inner world. Gautam Buddha, a renowned saint from India, always opined that there is an inner world within every human which we are outrightly unacquainted about, and this is the biggest ever secret possible of human life, cause in his opinion God is never needed to be sought in outside world but is latent within human itself. In the inner world of a human there is a repertory of immense abilities, and these abilities are imperishable. The quest of God can never be fulfilled by trying to find in the outside world, but can be fulfilled by reaching the self, cause. Eventually a person has to realize that God lies within self, cause godliness lies within every human. The quest of the God in the outside world is exactly as when you keep moving on a wrong direction and yet keep expecting to reach to your destination. Gautam Buddha, when attained the self-realization, was asked by someone that what in fact did he get after the attainment of self-realization, and Gautam Buddha responded that, I didn't achieve anything. I just realized what I always had but was totally unaware about. Here, Gautam Buddha implied that the repertory of immense potential that is latent within a human can never be known seeking in the outside world, and when someone finally attains it within his inner world, then he realizes the potential of godliness within himself, which in fact everyone deserves to realize and attain. Many of us know that deep meditation is said to be the most prominent reason behind the attainment of Gautam Buddha's self-realization, and thereafter, all of his disciples were taught the process of deep meditation and being silent from within, cause. Deep meditation is said to be the most effective way of reaching within self. The disciples who devoted themselves to Gautam Buddha in the quest of self-realization had to follow two types of rules that were irresistibly determined by Gautam Buddha. One of those two rules was about the conduct of disciples, that means, how they have to live, so that their mind can be diverted from worldly desires towards the inner world, and the second aspect was meditation, so that it could be supportive about their journey towards inner world by drowning within self. On being asked about inner world, Gautam Buddha compared a human's inner world with the drop of water. As long as a drop remains a drop, it takes its existence detached from rest of the world, and is always disoriented, but no sooner does that drop meet the ocean and loses its independent existence, then there is no situation of disorientation left, and the drop reaches to a stagnancy. Likewise our mind and eventually our life faces the same situation. As long as man keep assuming his existence totally detached from rest of the world around him, his life always go through the phases of disorientation. The biggest ever achievement possible for a man is to recognize the abilities and potential within himself. Bigger than that, there is no possibility for human being, and when resorting to deep meditation, a person is successfully centered within self, which is a stage known as self-realization, then the outer world and the inner world become all one for him, and he, by recognizing all the secrets of human life, reaches to the supreme most stage.